everyone, this is your tarot reader and astrologer Shravanthi, and today is actually a kind of a very casual and a special video. This is to introduce myself to you because I've spoken many videos, but I haven't spoken how I came into this field, what I was doing before this field, how are my interests, and being a young person, how I started having belief system in this industry and field. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Shravanthi. So I started out my journey at the age of 16 itself. So many people don't know that I come from a family where a lot of people are astrologers. So my mom was an astrologer and tarot reader. She was like very successful. She used to come in televisions. She used to have celebrity clients. So when I was in my young days, when I was in my schooling, I would go for shoots. I would go go outside with my mom for various events. So what happened? I started going out. I was very curious. But then I asked my mom. She said, you should be little mature to learn this. You can't learn it very young in your life. So I completed my 10th grade. After completing my 10th grade, I started learning astrology. So the very first lesson I learned was in my vacation. It was summer vacation. Completing my 10th standard, me and my friend, so she's a little elder to me, so we thought let's first start with tarot cards because I was very keen and curious about tarot cards. So I started learning tarot cards under my guru KB Gopalakrishnan, who's also the guru of my mom. So I started learning tarot cards. It was just 2 weeks. My guru fully taught me the entire course and he said that's how you go. I was not certain. I was having a lot of doubts, fear and all. I was practicing, but by the time I had also started to study, and I was also a dubbing artist and a singer as well, because that was my actually the first profession. So when I was dubbing or going for singing, I had half focus. So it was like that. And after a year of my learning tarot, my guru said we have an opportunity where the Deccan Chronicle is a newspaper which comes in Chennai. So there's a edition called Weekly Chronicles, where every week or every month, only on just light issues, they will put a small paper. So in that edition, he said there is a open slot for tarot readers who will be able to predict about celebrity life, not just normal celebrities like Kamal Hassan, Rajinikanth and all. So what happened, he called me and said you should take it up, it's very important for your career, you should start doing it. At first I was so shocked because see, I haven't practiced anything, I have not been really thorough, and he said it's okay, I will help you out, but you should start doing it. So I used to practice a lot. I used to analyze and write for celebrities. I did that for almost 1 year. I did it for Surya, Vijay, Sri Devi, Kamal Hassan, Rajinikanth sir, Vinay, Prasanna, a lot of people, Ramya Krishnan, so many celebrities, I can't remember the names. So I used to write, and finally, after 1 year of writing that, he said, I think this is very good as a career for you. You should start looking into this career, because when you start writing in newspapers, you get a lot of clients. People call you saying, are you a tarot reader and all that. So my guru said, you should think what career line will suit you. At first I was like, no, I'm going to become a good singer and all that. But what happened, slowly my curiosity started tilting, not for money, because certain answers were not able to be specifically predictable in tarot. So I asked my guru, what should I do? I should give more accurate prediction. He said you should learn astrology, that's the next step. So what he did is he got another student who was also his close friends, somebody. So he said, you both have to learn tarot astrology together, so come tomorrow morning, you pay the fees later. So I went the next day morning, and for almost 4 to 6 months I learned astrology. The moment I touched astrology, my entire focus was only on that. I could not think about anything else. I don't know why, because I was always thinking, what is this, what is that. It was really curious. So slowly I started learning astrology, and by the time I finished learning astrology, I was also reaching my 12th board exams. So I wrote my 12th board exams, and after writing my 12th board exams was a turning point in my life. My guru said, now it's your choice. You have to either choose. You can't do all the things. You can't be a tarot reader, astrologer. At the same time, you can't go for singing and dubbing and all. So it was a very tough choice, but I said, no, I like astrology a lot more, tarot a lot more than that. So he said, fine, you come. And that was the first time. I think it must be 2014 I entered full time. Before that, part time I was doing, full time I entered. I put my first website. So that is when I launched my website CONSULTATION, and after that was no turning back. After that, he taught me a lot of other subjects. Like I spent most of the time studying under him. Like I learned Vaastu, I learned numerology, I learned Swara Yoga, Mantra Shastra, almost all the topics which are associated. Even certain amount of Ayurveda he taught me. Why? Because an astrologer is a person. He's like, an astrologer is a person like a doctor. When you go to a doctor, you expect the doctor to know entirely everything, at least knowledge about everything to give a proper guidance. So he told me, no, being an astrologer, you should know about history, you should know about geography, you should know about Ayurveda, you should know about physics a little bit, you should know about everything in detail, economics. So what I did is I started studying history. So I used to study the history of Europe, the history of South America, the history of America, the history of Canada. So a lot of things I used to, Ottoman Empire, this, that. And then side by side he also said economics also is important. So you take economics. So I used to study a lot about economics. So what is the economics? And in economics, what are the most important places? How does each country operate? How does each country evolve in it? So all that I used to study. And after that he told, you also need to learn about Ayurveda. So I used to say, okay, let me learn Ayurveda. And I started studying what is Vata, Pitta, Kapha, what is this herb for, what is this herb for, what is Ayurveda, what is Arogya Vardhini Vatti, what is Arjuna Arishtam, like all the medicinal, at least the basic medicines I started learning. So this is the journey of my astrology. When I speak videos, when I get clients, they will be like, you appear to be too young, but how are you knowing so many things? That's because of the training which I got. I almost learned more than 10 subjects. See, nobody can thoroughly learn, but at least politics. So he said you should learn about politics, because somebody comes and asks you about politics, what will you do? If some newspaper, every time an election happens, some newspaper, TV channel will call and ask who's going to win the election. So if you don't analyze, you don't understand the basic history about politics, be it any state or any country, you will not know how to predict. So I learned politics, then I learned economics, Ayurveda, geography, history, about weather, about how the rain patterns are. That's all very important for giving weather predictions. Then I also learned a lot of allied subjects, sports, starting from when the tennis, cricket, football. I used to sit and analyze who won which year, what are the planetary positions of that year winning, the country's analysis, like when a particular country is winning a lot of times, he'll say you take the country's horoscope and then check that horoscope from that angle. So a lot of analysis. Then drought years, flood, when will you have drought, when will you have floods. So these are all the topics which actually proper astrologers should know. You cannot come and just sit around and fool around with people, saying somebody asks a question about stock market, can I invest in options or futures? Invest, everything will come all right. You are running Shukra Dasa, you cannot guide somebody like that. So that's why my teacher was very strict. So these past few years I started learning a lot. Then I came into a lot of TV channels like Puduyugam. I did programs, Shankara TV, then Sun TV, a lot of our Tamil Nadu local programs I did. So this is the actually the story of my life. And by 2016-17 I also got involved in my guru's organization, which is called Adesh, where we do puja and ritual for all the people around the world. Like, we have more than 10,000 clients who take puja and ritual services from us. So this is the story of my life. For those who actually find me a little young, don't worry, don't see the age of anybody, just see the language and their knowledge, because that only commands respect. That is my very, very strong belief. And I will learn, I will keep on learning in my life, because learning will never stop. And I will also help people understand anything better. Somebody comes and asks something about a house, something about anything, I should be able to guide them. I should not say no, I don't know. So that is the ultimate aim of my life. So my aim to start this YouTube channel was also because of that. One thing is to share everything, but also to make everybody understand why all these things are very important in life. Many people don't know that patterns repeat in life. Many people don't know how. See, I am saying sports also involves astrology, in the sense that everything in life depends upon the time element. So that much importance is the time element. And I've almost covered all the topics. So for Vaastu, numerology, astrology, everything I have learned, God's grace, from my guru. So this is the story of my life. I want to share this because many people have a doubt whether they are doing the right decision of consulting me, and many people also argue saying to check whether I know some stuff or not. So these are the actuals what happened in my life. Keep watching my channel and you'll get a lot of good videos about astrology and the Vedic sciences, which will be useful for you. It's not just information, but it will also be useful for you. Thank you.